Okay, back again. Paul James. This little video was put together. Things I'd like Donald Trump to know about. I had to pause that last segment there. Kind of got overwhelmed, to be honest. I made a few notes before I started this about some of the things that Donald Trump covered in a press conference he did the other day, and kind of relayed that to some of the things that I'd love him to know. So the most important thing I guess I want people to know is that the original concept of 53 independent states and the United States of America Republic, 1776, 1789, doesn't exist right now. It's dormant, if you like. The states are there, the de jure states are there, that were defined under the original constitutions, republics, but they're vacant. And it's the same with the organic Great Republic, the United States of America. What people don't realize is it was vacated post-Civil War because of treasonous acts by Lincoln. I'm a little hard on Lincoln. The fact of the matter is, though, he should never have been in power because he was a bar attorney under the Bar of Illinois. And the Titles of Nobility Act says that's a title of nobility. No, he shouldn't have been in office. Frankly, he shouldn't have been under the Title of Nobility Act 1810, become law 1812, 1819. He couldn't even be a citizen of the United States of America. That's how serious the framers took this stuff. And they were right on. Because if you look at what's happened to America, everyone that's betrayed this country has an allegiance to a foreign power. Whether that be the State of Israel as a dual national, which is completely illegal under TONA, whether that be a bar attorney, whether that be the Council for Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission, IMF, which includes all judges in the United States, which are not really judges anymore. They're executive administrators operating under the bankruptcy of the United States Corporation, which was bankrupted in 1930 under the Secret Treaties of Geneva, and it was enacted March the 9th, 1933 as the Emergency Banking Relief Act, which made every American, and the Trading Enemy Act, which made every American an enemy of the state. Now what you have to realize is all this stuff post-1871 Civil War is all enacted by foreigners cooing America. So how do you get America back to America, to what it was supposed to be? You enforce already existing law, Titles of Nobility Act, 1810, and I've written about this. It's on my Facebook page, and it's in my Scribd account. And there it is. It's sitting right there. It's already law. No one has to enact anything. It's already law. It just needs to be enforced. So what's going on right now in America is the Federal Reserve System is completely illegal. It was completely a violation of the organic Constitution. And the Federal Reserve Act was enacted in secrecy by a bunch of foreigners, Rothschild Zionists, if you like, and they did it to overthrow America. The bar system is also under that same foreign power. It's foreign to the United States of America. Every bar agent in this country is actually an agent of the District of Columbia Corporation, the United States, which was created in 1871 when they basically snuffed out the United States of America. I'm not explaining this very well. Let me backtrack a little bit. What happened after the Civil War was when the South walked out, there was no longer a quorum to hold together the original national government created by the free and independent states. So when that South walked out, essentially everything fell apart. But instead of the states sort of standing on their sovereignty, what happened is Lincoln kind of forced down the throat of this nation, completely illegally, the fact that there was still a national government in power. But there wasn't. Just think about it. The South walks out, the states created the United States of America national government. When the South walked out, it fell apart. That government that Lincoln then carried on pretending was still existing didn't exist anymore. There was no authority for him to do any of the things he did. The Civil War was a fraud, and it wasn't really a civil war, it was a coup by the Rothschilds as the Vatican bankers to overthrow this country, pursuant to the secret treaties of Verona, which was exposed in Congress in 1922. And I'll put some details of that in the notes under this video. So essentially where we're at today is this country's been overthrown by foreigners, and we simply undo it by enforcing Toner. No revolution, no bullets, just enforce Toner. It means overnight that anyone that's violating Toner has to get back on the straight and narrow and get out of office. Anyone that's violating Toner is not only allowed, they're not even allowed to be in office, they're not allowed to be a citizen of this country. So everyone running the Federal Reserve System is violating Toner. Everyone in office as a bar attorney, which is most, if you look at all the state senates, which are not actually states, they're sub-corporations of the United States Corporation, which is based in DC, which was created in 1871. So right now, all of the states, state of California, for instance, is a sub-corporation of the District of Columbia United States Corporation. It's not the physical California state. And that's a whole nother story. So the point of this message is the cooing power within America today is the bar union, which is under the European money powers and is an agent of the European money powers. Now, I say this without a lot of attorneys in this country even knowing that they're practicing foreign rules and codes on the physical states in violation of the organic constitutions on those states. So, to undo this thing without firing a bullet, we simply enforce Toner. The nuclear option would be we dump those powers that are in operation for the foreign money powers that have been working on destroying the republic, if you like, as I said, from 1822, 1845, under the secret treaty of Verona. So I'm not going to name the agencies. We all know who they are. We know they're not working for America. There's no reason for America to have 900 bases across the planet today. That's not about protecting Americans' unalienable rights. It's about establishing an empire not for America, but an empire for the cooing forces that have been operating to destroy America. The other thing that we must be clear on is there's been a lot of discussion about false media. Please look up Operation Mockingbird. The media has been deliberately, well, let's talk about what that's really about. If Americans really knew who they were and what their rights were, they wouldn't be standing for the bullshit that's happening in America today under these false bar courts and attorneys. They would be objecting to the insanity that's going on in these courts today. And what I would ask those loyal to this country, particularly those in the Trump presidency is to please send out agents into the courts across this country. Watch what goes on in the UD courts. Watch what goes on in family law courts. And you will be blindsided by the insanity and the fraud and the corruption and the sedition that's going on in these courts. Essentially, the bar system was installed to transfer the property of America back to bar agents, foreign powers. And that's what the whole fraud closure racket was about. And it's still going on today. I think that probably covers the points I really wanted to make. The way we take this whole system down is enforcement of TONA. I'm going to ask my friend here behind the camera if there's anything he wants me to elaborate on or anything that I should mention before we turn this off.
No, I think
that's good. All right, guys. I'll try and do this a little more often. I'm kind of reluctant to get on camera and put these points down, but I'm at a point right now that this is our window of opportunity to save America and turn this fucking mess around. Love you all. Thanks very much for your support. All the best.